Have you ever been sitting around thinking and suddenly had a thought occur to you that made you go, oh my God, how come I've never thought of this before? How come I've never heard anybody even mention this before? I don't know if this is an original thought. I'm sure somebody out there must have had this thought before, but it just occurred to me. I have never, in all my travels on the internet, reviewing videos and whatnot from people who believe in God or who do not believe in God or believe there is no God, or wherever you sit in that spectrum of, is there or is there not a God, or I want nothing to do with it. I have never heard this perspective, and it astonishes me. But consider the possibility that there could be a God, whether or not there actually is. But if there is something, if there could be an entity that powerful, and by comparison, if we're supposed to be so insignificant and small by comparison, after all, God's supposed to be omnipresent, omniscient, and everywhere and everywhen, that makes him or it much bigger and grander than we are, right? So there's this huge extreme there between gods and people, or any living thing. What's filling all this space in between? If there could be the possibility that there's some God that's all powerful, supreme, then there's got to be the possibility of everything in between. So if us, being way down on this extreme, on the low end, takes a look at something that's way out on this end and can't comprehend it, what happens if we see something that sits somewhere in the middle? If something of some power, less than a God but greater than us, came to us and said, I am your God, how the hell would we know the difference? How could we be so sure that what is presenting to us is the God or a God at all? If there is a God, then there's got to be everything in between. I don't know. That's my line of reasoning anyway on the matter. But it just seems to reflect the whole black and white thinking that I see so often in among believers. That it's like you either believe in God or you believe there is no God and there's no middle ground. It's either one way or it's another. But all of life that I've ever seen is all somewhere in the middle. It's the people who try to make sense of it, try to sort it out, that put it into these little boxes and color them black and white. Life, the universe, and everything is everything in between. So if there is a God, then there must be things more powerful and grander than us that aren't gods, but we have not found evidence of them yet either. So where are they?